My name is NTC 7000 or NTC 7K as well.
I just took over his intro.
We're challenged.
See that? You jumped.
I can't never forget that. I hate that video so much.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy NTC 7000 here again with NTC Firefighter, and we are in the kitchen yet again, which means we're cooking something else keto today. You know, what could that be? Fried chicken. Now, not to be stereotypical, but I love me some fried chicken, so I'm gonna be very, very ruthless on my grading of this. It has got to be delicious. I'm just letting you know. Now, I don't know how he's gonna do it, but for me,
You saying because I'm white?
yes,
That's exactly what it's saying.
exactly.
I believe you know.
Well, it is now just NTC 7000 here,
I'm joking.
but we're gonna see how good this really is. I'm gonna go through everything with you, have the ingredients laid out, go step by step with everything, so that we can see what it's gonna be like. So without further ado, without wasting any more of your time, let's get into it. Two things I forgot to mention. One is that this recipe comes from thelittlepine.com. The link will be in the description. And the second one is that I have my beautiful wife recording for me, which means my little rugrat gets to run around in here. So you're probably gonna see him in a few shots. So he's gonna be running around, probably getting into everything. So I'm gonna have to keep a watch out for him and make sure he doesn't get into stuff. And we're gonna do our best to get this done for you guys. So first and foremost, let's go over the ingredients and what you're gonna need for this. So you're gonna need your two bowls, one for dipping, one for putting the sauce and the breader on it. So you know, whatever kind of bowls work for you. These seem to be the best for us. Then you're gonna need 4 ounces of pork skins crushed up. We're gonna do that as we go. You're gonna need you some black pepper, and you guys know I love you because I have to do the grinding myself of these. Actual sea salt, smoked paprika, which is the only thing I didn't actually have already. Smoked paprika, oregano, garlic powder, thyme, and red cayenne pepper. Now, you're gonna need about 3 pounds of chicken tenders, which this is 2.8 pounds. Hello, sir, we're recording. Okay, thank you. But you're gonna need about 3 pounds of chicken tenders. Now over here we have some asparagus. That's just something we're gonna have extra with it. And we like to put us a little bit of the queso blanco cheese with it, which not necessarily healthy, but tastes pretty good. So that's what we're gonna be doing with that. So you don't have to worry about this. This doesn't go with the recipe, but this is what all goes with your recipe. So let's go ahead on and get into this. We're gonna take this big old hefty sized bag, and we're gonna just dump that bag on up in there. My son's probably gonna be upset because he's been eating them. So I got another bag just in case. You're gonna take this bag, just kind of let the air out, and then you want to crush these up. I think that'll be good enough. All right, so boom, done. We're gonna need 2 teaspoons of thyme.
Just get a clock, dude.
Really? Get a clock. 1. There's the second one. So 1 teaspoon of oregano. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. So hopefully it's got a little kick to it. This is strong. I'm about to sneeze.
He's on food.
I almost just dropped it everywhere.
Smells good to me, man.
Yeah, but it's about to make me sneeze.
Don't sneeze on the food, please. I like to eat.
1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. I've never had this before, paprika, so
Paprika's very good.
Yes, you have.
not smoked paprika.
No, but burger.
So I don't know how good it's gonna be or how bad it's gonna be. All right, so we need 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, sea salt. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that measurement, so I'm just gonna go until I think that it's a teaspoon. All right, so now that we got that added, let the air out a little bit, and we want to combine that as if though it's some breader. I don't know how well this is gonna turn out, but I'm hopeful. It looks pretty good. So now what it wants us to do is it wants us to pour this into a flat plate. Do you have a flat plate?
Just a regular plate.
Yeah. A flat plate.
Why does that get?
Okay, so I guess we're gonna try a plate for this instead of a bowl because it says a plate. I don't know how well this is
You
gonna
want to
work.
get some pans and
Yeah, get that palm.
Just
Get
get
that
a
palm.
plate. It just wants to spread out. I guess we can eat on it.
Yeah, there you go. See, we don't waste here. We just use it a different way. So this is just a cake tin. Cake tin.
make less of a mess.
Much less of a mess because that would have been everywhere.
What the crap did I say? Keto people, am I right?
We're gonna take our 2 large eggs.
2 large eggs?
Our 2 large eggs. Alright, so those look good and whipped.
We're gonna cut the chicken open.
I'm gonna top that chicken top.
Pop that chicken top. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you're gonna have your cooking sheet or baking sheet, whatever they call it. You're gonna line it with aluminum foil. I have to say, sir, you did an amazing job with that. Perfect piece. Did it on the first try. I watched him do it. That was amazing. Never again in his life will he be able to do that.
That's the first time I ever did it too. Well, did it great.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, usually when I do it, it's freaking ripped in half and everything else.
Yeah, that's pretty much how mine goes. So now you're gonna go from your eggs. You're gonna dip it into your eggs. You're gonna take it and put it in your crumbs over here.
That was good already.
It actually does not look bad. And then you're gonna put it on your baking sheet. Now I will give it this. This smells amazing.
Take a look at this.
Even on your hands, it smells delicious. I don't know how it's gonna taste, but so far, so good. One thing I keep forgetting to tell you guys, well, I mean, it's only my second time doing it, so just give me a little bit. I will start remembering. Was to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Now, I'm gonna hopefully remember to put that at the beginning of the video so that you guys will have your oven already preheated. But have it preheated to 400 degrees, and then we're gonna go put it in the oven because it should definitely be preheated by now after doing all of that. and we're gonna put it in there for 24 minutes. 24. After that, it should be good to go. And while we're doing that, we're gonna go work on this asparagus, cutting it up and all that good stuff. So let's go put this in the oven. So you're gonna put it in the middle, and I'm gonna set a timer. "24 minutes. Now I'm gonna let Mr. NTC Firefighter take care of the asparagus while I get things kind of cleaned up from my mess.
You always want to cut your asparagus about one little stem. You can see one little segment above here, right here. That'd be the best place to cut your asparagus. Just because that's like the hardest spot. You don't want to be eating that. I mean, you can if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. And also, if your asparagus is looking a little white like this one, you're going to want to cut it a little bit higher than just one little segment.
All right, so the other thing that it said that would go good with it was a spicy mayo. Now they wanted me to have hot sauce. Unfortunately, we only got Tabasco sauce here. I got hot sauce in my house, but you know, the melanin lacking populace don't deal with hot sauce that much. But anyway, we can make do with Tabasco.
Very bountiful melatonin. People do love it.
Yes, we love our hot sauce.
I love hot sauce.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take some mayo. Y'all want mayo? Y'all want some spicy mayo?
Yeah.
Alright, and then you're gonna take your Tabasco or your hot sauce like normal people. Just gonna put it all up in there. We ain't gotta worry about nothing too fancy. It's just cut and dry hot sauce and mayo for a spicy mayo. I don't think it's gonna taste like the Popeye spicy mayo, but you know, it'll still be good enough. And make sure you get all that dark red from around there, even it out. There you go. That's it. Next, we're gonna do the asparagus.
Alright, y'all, now we're going to start on the asparagus. So what you need to do is turn your skimmer about to medium, not too hot, not too cold. Say we're going to have about a tablespoon of butter, but I got a knife, and we're going to get us a knifeful. That's about a knifeful right there. You're going to put that on there. And so once you get the butter in, you're going to want to let it melt down just a little bit. You don't want to put your asparagus in yet. So we're going to cut to that. Alright, so now the butter's down about halfway. We're going to go ahead and put our asparagus in. Good thing I made the executive decision and putting in the big pan. So now I'm going to put a little bit more butter on top. Now I'm going to add the salt and pepper to it. Put just a little bit of salt.
2 shots of vodka.
Now we're going to add a little bit of pepper to it. I know I like my stuff peppery. I don't know about y'all. Now we're going to mix it a little bit. Alright, y'all. So it's been about 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and add the queso to it. That looks like a reasonable amount. Let's get this stirring, y'all. He's gonna go ahead and add a little bit of water to it so the cheese doesn't burn on us. Alright, now we're going to let that sit for a little bit. And at this time, I'm going to set the flame to very low. Just to keep it a little warm for people.
Alright, so now we can pull these out. Man, those look pretty good.
Lord, that looks good.
Those look pretty good.
Man.
I'm not even going front. Those look pretty good. Grab it for me. Man, that steam coming off of them, and they have such a delicious smell. All right, so now it's time to plate our food and give you our rating on it. Let's go. All right, so this looks delicious.
I'm very excited.
As you see, I have my little man here. He's getting a little whiny. He's getting a little hungry. He's getting a little sleepy. I think we're all getting to that point. So without taking any more time, we're going to go ahead and dig into this. Well, he's about to dig into it right away. We're going to go ahead on and dig into this so that my wife can eat and so that he can eat. And so that you guys can just kind of get our opinions on this. We forgot the spicy mayo. It's in the fridge. All right. So I'm going to dip it. Let's see.
Pretty freaking good.
That's pretty good.
Ma'am.
That
Like, what about me?
Bruh.
That is
it's a little spicy.
I'm trying.
I don't know if that's from the sauce.
Let's try it without the sauce now. Oh, I could eat this all day.
It's spicy without the sauce also. So you can't have this, buddy. It's too spicy. But it does have some spice to it. It's got some kick to it. It's really good. It does definitely have a kick to it. The breading for me, the breading is not that great. I would have rather it have been more crunchy, like you're used to with fried chicken. So you don't get that. You can definitely tell it was baked, but that's pretty good. That is pretty good.
Pretty good.
I think as compared to regular fried chicken, I probably get this about 8.5. Just because it doesn't have the fried texture. If it had the fried crunchy texture, this would be a 10 out of 10, definitely. So yeah, that's gonna be me, 8.5. I don't know what you want to give it.
9.5.
9.5 from him. He's getting a little more. Hey, I mean, for it to be keto,
Man,
it is amazing. And
Man,
he's not big on keto.
I'm big on my bread.
Yeah, he is not big on keto. I guess because it had the pork rinds with it, it gave it a little bit different or whatever. But, I mean, man, that's amazing. But we love you guys. We thank you guys so much for coming around. Again, the link is in the description of how you can make it. If you want to make this, if you want to try this, if you want to get into eating a little healthier, and trying to get yourself into shape like we're trying to do, this is a recipe for you. Until we meet again. You're gone already? We haven't even said bye. Well, he's gone. He doesn't want to say goodbye. But until we meet again, we love you. Peace.